Well, hello everybody. Today I wanted to take a look at some of the new blocks added in 1.17 and really kind of dig in and take a look at their colors and textures and possible uses. So the first block I want to take a look at is Calcite. Calcite is going to be found surrounding Amethyst geodes. I don't think it's going to be super common, but it's a really nice looking block. When I first saw it, and I think what a lot of people are thinking, is it's kind of a nicer looking diorite. And when you look at the two together, you can totally see what people are talking about. This block is much more modeled, a lot darker tones, where this one, just a really nice looking building material. Fits in really nice with stone. It has some similar characteristics to quartz, but it's not quite as warm. It's definitely closer to quartz than diorite. You can kind of see some of those warmer kind of cream colors in there. So that might be an interesting mix as well. And then it also sits real nice with just a gray concrete. So calcite, I think it's going to be really useful. Hopefully it's not too difficult to find. The next block we're going to take a look at is Dripstone. And Dripstone is really different than anything else we have in the game. When I first saw it, the closest thing I was thinking of was granite. But as you can see, they're not at all similar. Dripstone is really purple. There's a lot of purple and some tan colors going on in here. I think the purple is going to sit pretty nice with things like nether brick. Even some of like purple terracotta fits really nice if you want to get kind of matchy with some of those tones. So this block, I think it'll match a lot of really cool existing materials. That purple is not totally uncommon. There have been some brown, like this, for example, the brown mushroom block, that have tinges of purple, or dead coral, also sort of a grayish block, but you can see there's kind of some purple tones in there. But neither of these are anything like the Dripstone. Dripstone, much more purple, and I think that's going to be a really cool and useful block. Next up is Tuff. Tuff is going to be defining the border between the regular stone and the deep slate, and will appear there. It has sort of a cobbly texture, although you can see it's a much cooler color combination. There's some of these kind of greeny kind of colors, these nice grays, nice mix of colors for sure. Goes really great with gray concrete. Cyan terracotta matches really great. And some of those cooler tones go really nice with andesite as well. So this block is really nice, and I think it'll be a nice change from just the good old andesite and cobblestone grays. And that brings us to Deep Slate, the new gray block. And oh man, I am so excited for this block. It is so good. It is the perfect transition between the grays. So going from stone to black stone, it fits in so nice. It also has some of the similar cool tones that basalt has, so that's going to be a cool use. It's just a true gray, so it goes real nice with the gray concrete. And then just all of the different textures. There's so many different variations on this block. Once we get to 1.18, and it's basically the entire bottom half of the world, it's going to be really readily available, and I think it's going to make so many builds look just fantastic. Next, I want to talk about the ore blocks, and this one specifically is the iron ore. I really like this color combination. I think it's a neat looking block. Goes pretty well with some existing things. You got your white terracotta, you got your light gray terracotta, got your spruce planks. Those things all match really nice. It's a cool kind of cobblestone sort of texture, and yeah, just mixing these colors. I'm always happy when they bring together color combinations that have never existed before. Copper ore, same sort of situation. We're bringing together things that really have never gone together before. There are some really nice green and orange tones that exist in copper because of the oxidation, and that can tie all kinds of things together. You know, here I've got some acacia, some prismarine, some dark prismarine, and you can see it fits really nicely with all of those colors. So this block could do some really cool things and create some new color combinations that we may have never used before. The gold ore block. When I first saw it, it reminded me of honeycomb, but as you can see, honeycomb is much more orange. The gold block is very bright and very yellow. Goes very nicely, of course, with the gold block. You can see the highlight colors and everything are exactly the same. It's real nice with yellow in general. Some of these blocks with like the multiple colors, that actually sits pretty cool. And some of these colors in the yellow glazed terracotta, they go really nice with the dripstone as well. So again, tying things together that we've never had before, which is really, really cool. I really like the Amethyst block because it makes a sort of tinkling sound when you walk on it, and I think that's how a lot of people are going to utilize this. We've had a lot of purple blocks in the game before, but none of them are quite the same color as the Amethyst block. You can see purple is a lot more lavender, where your purple concrete and glazed terracotta are much, much deeper. This one, it sort of falls into like light blue terracotta territory. Blue terracotta. It's just sort of a lighter, smokier kind of purple, and I think that's a nice addition to the game. But like I said, this is probably going to end up under a lot of carpets that people are walking on. And finally, we have copper. Copper is going to be the big one for a lot of folks. Very, very exciting just because there's so much variation, so many different types of blocks. There's 4 different phases. You've got the exposed, you've got the weathered, and then you have the fully oxidized. And you can see they each have a really different character. Everything from the kind of orangey, bronzy color of the original copper, to the pink with green tinges of the exposed copper. You get deeper into the kind of minty green colors, and then the fully kind of turquoise aqua color of the fully oxidized copper. One thing that's interesting to do is contrast with existing blocks. So when you look at copper next to like granite, it's really orange compared to the kind of pinky tones of granite. But when you look at copper next to some existing orange blocks, it's not nearly as orange as smooth red sandstone or acacia wood. It's much, much pinker. Once you get into the exposed version, you can see how much pinker it is. And it's not quite as pink as like the concrete, but that actually goes pretty nice. It actually has some kind of light gray terracotta notes in there as well. And you can see that bleeds over almost the exact same color once we get into the weathered copper. Some of these mossy tones are also evident when we look at like these greens here. Those go really, really well with some of the mossy blocks. Once we get into the fully oxidized version, it's a really kind of greeny blue kind of block. When you put it next to prismarine, it makes prismarine look very blue by comparison. Dark prismarine brings out some of the similar colors. You can see that border matches really, really nicely. And then if you contrast it with something like cyan concrete, you can see it brings out those little blue tones really, really nice as well. So this block I think is going to be really fantastic for a lot of old, weathered, underwater builds, that sort of thing. So as of the posting of this video, the 1.17 update is only a week away. Very exciting. I'm really excited to get my hands on these blocks, super excited to see what people do with them. I think it's going to open up so many new ideas, so many new color palettes, and that's just really exciting to think about. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.